Alrighty. I'm pretty sure I can be heard. This is impromptu, you know. Let's get some of this ready. Let's make sure this is turned down as low as I can get it. Okie dokie. Well, this was supposed to be a paid project actually, but I couldn't get my Zoom to work. My laptop is filled with paint and still wet from the glycerin, as you can see the sparkles there. So I'm just gonna do something with it. I'll play around. As you see, I established the background colors. It's heavy body paint. It's pretty thin because I put a coat of glycerin on it, and so it's there. Hello, Travel Dreamer, how are you? Hello, Sonia, how are you? Yeah, I know you're in Vermont. Yeah, I was checking out your ride up there a little bit. Hope you made it up safely with no issues and all that good stuff. This is 16 by 20. It was supposed to be for a paid Zoom project, but I couldn't operate my Zoom. My laptop is too old. Zoom is too new, and it just went. So I had to cancel it out, and now I got this 16 by 20 painted up board. All right. So I never really seen what glycerin and rubbing alcohol would do. We're about to find that out right now. Why not? I got my beach towel on my lap, and well, you guys can't see it, but there's literally an inch of tape around the border this time. So I'm gonna just put the rubbing alcohol right over the border. Let's see what happens. I'm curious because I don't really know what's gonna happen with this, but we're gonna find out. I'll put some of it over here, and we'll see. Just let it drip, let it do, and see what happens with it. Will it wear it away? Will it change the color? Who knows? But we'll find out. I can tell you it smells like a hospital bed. That I can tell you for sure. And we'll just let it dry. Let's see what happens with it. And while it's doing that, I thought I had some other paints, but I don't. Wipe off the excess as it drips down. So like I say, we'll just see what happens with it. We'll see what comes of this stuff. Like I say, it's glycerin and paint and rubbing alcohol. Now I know what rubbing alcohol will do with water and loose paint. So like I say, we're just gonna see what happens here. Let it smear, let it do what it do. I'm gonna keep those in there and just let things happen. Let's see what happens. Yeah, every once in a while I'll experiment and do some crazy things. I'm gonna open up my cabinet here. And what I wanna get to, I can't. But I can use some of this stuff too. Let's see what we got here, guys. Metallic ink. I can use some of that too. Did I even open this? I didn't even open it. I'll use some of this. Why not? I've never opened it, so right now is as good a time as any. I probably would like to use this in an acrylic pour, but we'll test it out. It is silver mixed with all this other stuff.
I didn't normally see in those days Vince working.
You just let it pour down. Let it do what it do.
There was a little ribbage going on, but people were laughing. It wasn't like, oh, you fucking, because I went, Phil Watts would do that. He
Pour it down.
He called his son Joel a blithering idiot. Or he would yell, or he would, make a blah, 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 but he was trying to make a point like a football coach. But now everybody's sensitive and everybody...
And it is quite metallic. That's for sure.
You're not supposed to yell at them, Cordy. You're supposed to empower them. I said, well, I ain't got time to empower because I'm doing this myself and yelling's quicker. But I
Let
never...
it go all the way down there. Just let things happen.
Eviscerating or bullying or tearing some guy apart in front of a bunch
But it is quite metallic. That's the truth.
of convincing or whatever. So
Let's bring some more of that straight down there.
what to make about that, that's his observation.
Let it go straight down to the end of the page. Let gravity take control. Let it do. Let things happen there. So that one half is silver. As you can see with the light hitting it, definitely silver. Boy, it's very metallic. Very good stuff. We'll do the gold on the other side. Why not? Like I say, I've never opened the packages, and I've had them for a while. So we'll just play around. Hey, Vermont, what's happening? Experimentation time. It's me just playing around with this stuff. I think I have to shake this up a bit. It says it's metallic gold, but we'll see. Right now, I'm not impressed. Not with the gold there. Maybe I had to shake it up a bit. There we go. Just kind of pour it, let it run down, do its thing there. Put one in the center, let it fight with the other fella. Like that. And just let it drip, let it do whatever. Whatever happens, Captain. Just give a nice little line going across here.
He's decided to take a different approach to this issue or whatever. Vince does go hot and cold and get tired of things if they're not.
I've never really played with them, never done anything with them, so let's see what goes on with it.
Goes on something else. He's not going to sit there and beat a dead horse. Again, Vince McMahon's a guy that used to plan a year ahead of time from WrestleMania to WrestleMania. Before I got there, Bruce just told me we would start.
We'll wipe off the excess.
Next March, here it is June, and work back.
This is what happens when you're bored. You start to just do things. I might go back to doing a few acrylic pours also. I could have got some materials today. I just didn't think about it at the time.
Probably a dozen times even in those days between June and March.
So
So
I think I want something with a little more contrast. So I believe I might have some black ink around here somewhere. I'm trying to get this stuff without moving too much, but it looks like I might have to. Well, maybe not. Maybe if I move some of this. I think I got some right in here. Yeah, I got some. I'll just use the same ink I used before here. I got different colors of this stuff, so I know I got pitch black, so that should add to some interesting contrast here. Let's play with some silver. The black and the silver. That'll add a nice contrast to it here. Probably a nice little line of it, outlining some things here. Going down with it. Let's let it go down. Maybe somewhere up around here somewhere. Come on, trail. Go on down there. Let it spider along.
Next question sent to drive-through@gmail.com from James Lawson.
That's pretty cool.
Anniston, Alabama, baby.
Where's that? Where that is?
Anniston, Alabama is in the vicinity of Montgomery. It was part of the old Bill Golden.
Come on, go straight down for me. You too. Come on, go straight down.
In the early 70s, guys in Memphis like Lawler and those guys.
Straight down.
It's the first time he worked on top. When guys were getting the business, it was a little small territory.
Bring it down here.
Getting experience
Open
doing
there, go
television,
straight down.
working
Have
live
it
events.
spider out over here like that.
Nobody making money.
Here's this question. My father taught high school history for over 40 years. Always helping me
Let's see, I'm just playing around here.
exist in a vacuum.
Just like that. Just let it happen.
These were so many questions in this email.
All right, here we go. Do I need to take notes?
Yeah, setting stuff on fire really brings out the hackles in some people, Bruce, the nerve of them, right? You just trying to live your best life, brother. When all else fails, burn it up. I've done some alcohol inks with and lit it on fire a few times. I believe I have it on recorded too. This white's a little weak. Yeah, this is kind of weak for me. We'll keep playing with it though. Pour it out there. But I'm not seeing too much with this particular ink. It's a little, like I say, it's kind of on a weak side for me there. Maybe if it was a little, I don't know, it just could be a little more opaque. I'm not really too happy with what I see here. But it's all right. Oh, there's a little bead in there. Now that I never knew. Kind of looking for. Now that wakes things up a bit. Okay. So I didn't shake it up a little bit, but that looks a little better. All right. I like that a lot better. That's not bad. I like that. Now, that's a little more acceptable. I could work with that. That's cool. See if I can get it to run a little more with a little of this. Have it run all the way down. Okay. I can deal with that a little bit. Yeah, it wasn't mixed. I like that a lot better. Unfortunately, I have a paper that's behind my board here, but it's also sealing all of that liquid, so it might seep through eventually. It's trapped. It's like airtight back there, so I might have a nice little pool there. All right. Now, what I poured wasn't water, it was rubbing alcohol, so my little area smells like a hospital bed once again, but it's all right. And once again, I'm just wiping off the excess. Obviously, gravity's bringing it downward, and it's okay. It's all good. Once again, I got the beach towel thing going on my lap, so if it does drip, it's all right. This stuff is solidified and starting to gel up already. Like I said, I'm not too impressed with the gold, but then again, I might not have shaken the gold up too much. But it's all good. When I say I had these little tubes for a while, I've had them for quite a while. So it's all good. I guess I'll just literally watch paint dry. The rubbing alcohol, it'll burn off. Gravity takes place and it does what you see it do right now.
I believe we could have worked out wrestling show formats. I don't know that we would have ever been bosom buddies or found any more similarities between the two of us than
Jello with peaches. Well, Bruce, great minds must think alike. I didn't have Jello, but I sure did have peaches. I bought 6 of them, and they're all gone. Actually, I was really in the mood for those long finger donuts and some glazed donuts, but didn't get to it. All right, let's put a couple of disturbing splatters in there. Why not?
truth-telling capabilities. So I think we could have probably been okay and done some decent shit as long as he didn't start bullshitting me when he didn't have to. Just to do it.
Just put it up on top.
No, not a goddamn chance. Because I would have looked at here's this girl.
Yes. Looked like somebody got machine gunned. Yes.
Whatever. And because she's got a college degree, she's going to bring a bunch of civilians in here and they're going to write wrestling and tell us what
Kind of put the blood splatter right up in here like that.
it was bad enough taking it from shit stain.
All right.
He was a grown adult man the same age as I was who
I don't have to have it all over the place, just up on top maybe. It looks like I cut myself open, don't it? All right. So we'll play around with a little bit of that.
I never had any problem with Stephanie. Nice enough young lady to deal with.
Okay.
The level that I dealt with her, the amount of times I dealt with her. But if she was the head of the writing team and I was on it, fuck, hell, I could last 2 weeks. I cannot count.
So, how's everybody's weekend as we're literally watching paint dry? Obviously you see me, you know I'm looking at the screen, but I got the camera right here. I'm looking at your text right here. Okay. I got another tablet here. I can just look down, but device is offline. It's back online now. I'm still here. Oh, okay. Well, that's good news, Bruce. I know it froze a little bit. Sometimes the internet acts a little crazy, even though I got it directly plugged in. Sometimes it acts that way. Every once in a great while, it kind of acts up. So, all right, slow weekend. Yeah, kind of a slow weekend for me too. I did a little shopping. At Pebble Beach or something. That was interesting. Never seen that. But hey, you know, whatever floats your boat, you know. All right, let's play. Let's put something on this stuff. All right. Let's mix some colors and we'll have a little fun. I think we got enough light. I know you guys can see this. We'll pop the light on anyway. All right. Yes, I got my back get in here. All right. The board does have glycerin. It's somewhat still, well, I mean, not overly wet, but you know, enough to leave a fingerprint, as you can see. All right, if you can see that, it does leave a fingerprint. Okay, so it's still maneuverable. I'm not worried about the fingerprint. Gonna paint over it anyway. All right, let's take a 1/2 inch brush of some sort. Let's dip into a little bit of brown. The colors I do have here on the lower right hand side is cad yellow. You got some umber, cad red. This is a very weak blue. It's a cobalt blue. All right, not preferably my kind of blue of choice, but it does make great sky color. And you mix it with brown, it makes a wonderful sky color. I believe this is phthalo green, maybe. Either phthalo or sap green. I think it's phthalo green. And titanium white. I won't need any more than what you see here. Umber is brown with green in it. Okay, it does have the tendency to turn a little black on you, and I want it a little dark. We'll cancel some of that green out with the red. All right. We'll get some of the cobalt blue in there. Okay, see, it darkens it up a bit. And all I'm looking for really is something dark, not a specific color, just dark. And right now it's like a dark kind of a green going on there. So I'll pop a little red to kind of counteract that. I'm just doing it by just eyeing it. Okay, and I know there's a bit of green in that, but I'll use some red to counteract that. And as you can see, it turns a brownish black, and that's great. That's fine. For what I want to do, it's all good. It's cool. Okay, now that we got a mess of that, we're going to a little touch of glycerin, not too much, and we'll just flesh out some things here. All right. Let's put a little something around here somewhere. We'll definitely have a V right here. And then we'll just we'll flare something out here. Okay. Then we'll flare something out here in the middle. Flare it out like that. And I'm already setting up petals. Just like that. Alright, so maybe 3 petals, more or less. I'll cheat today. We'll pop the bowl right here. A little wide here, and then it gets a little narrow like that. Okay. And we'll kind of flare it out. Flare it out. Gets a little larger here. Flare it right out. And it gets narrow, more narrow, like that. All right. Something's gonna be there. Okay. Let's do that again. Let's put one. We'll flare it out in the opposite direction. We'll put the V here like this. Okay. And we'll just kind of flare one out. Maybe we'll flare it out here. Then we'll flare one out here like this, maybe. And we'll turn one out this way. We'll just turn it. Okay. All right. Just like that. So we got one in the middle, one on the side here. All right. We got the V right here. All right. Okay. Now remember, we have the light back there shining right smack over there. All right. Okay. Now, okay, take care of Ted. Come here. We'll get a nice little bowl going right about here. All right. And we'll just spread that out like that. So pretty much the same type of design as that thing right here. Okay. As it dries, you see some stuff peeking through, and that's fine. It's all right. just where I want it the darkest, I'll just go back over it again. It's all right. Same thing's gonna happen here too. I'll just darken that. It'll be okay. In here, we'll make it a little dark around that area there. If you find stuff coming through the background coming through the leaves, that's fine. It'll just sell the fact that it's probably transparent and whatnot. All right, so we got 2 there so far. All right, we'll take the same dark stuff. Oh, we might have something, maybe, I'm thinking here, how should I have this one? Since we got one pretty much dead on, we got this one kind of tilted going that way. We got one going straight up and down.
50 years later, we're in 1947.
Maybe we'll have something go straight on. We'll see. We'll have one come like in this area here. Maybe something up around in this area here. I'm just thinking right now what direction I want it. Who knows? Well, we'll just put the darkness around. We'll put another, like some kind of circle thing going on in here. Something like that. All right. Still trying to think how I want to fade this guy, but we'll see as we get to it. Don't know yet. Still thinking about it. All right, let's concentrate on this fella. We'll zoom in a little bit. I don't have I usually have a camera tripod. I don't have one. I got this pole that I have the camera set on is actually one I would show usually through I would have it mounted on the ceiling. I think we're good here. I think we're focused pretty well. All right, let's take a little bit of white. We'll put this in this brown. It's just gonna make it a warm kind of a gray thing going on there. All right, I'll get some more brown, pop it in there. Get a little bit of blue, pop it in there. Still makes a warm gray, see? All right. Take a wee bit of glycerin, we'll loosen this paint up a little bit. Now, I filled in the dark areas. We'll just fill in where I want petals. Around in here. All right, we'll start with the bowl itself. We'll pop it in there like this. All right, and we're just more or less filling out things here. That's the bowl more or less, like I said. All right, let's quickly pop in a petal. I guess we have the petal kind of flop around like this. We'll come over here and have it look something like that, all right? And we'll just kind of block it in. We'll fade this right into that dark area. When you get close to that dark area, you just lift up on the brush, fade it in.
That's what the Indian matches, the commentators always said, well, the Hindus wrestled in mud.
Like that. Just fade it right in. Get some more of this loosened gray. We'll do this one on this side. We'll kind of have it come out like that and something like that, and we'll have it come in that way. All right, let's get some more white. Let's get some more brown. Some more white and brown. Pop that blue in there. It cancels it out, as you can see. All right. A little more white. We'll brighten that up a little bit. There we go. See, nice gray we got going on there. A little touch of glycerin, not much. I don't dip my whole brush in the glycerin. Okay. All right. And we're gonna do the same thing. Just press. We're just shaping this leaf. Okay.
And now they're trying to do it with zipping the safety pinhead or whatever. People in that part of the country like their wrestlers or that part of the
Like
world.
Like,
I should say, like their wrestlers.
all right, something like that.
Was the top
All right.
guy. Was he any good?
Okay.
No footage, is there?
Actually,
So
let's
it's just all
peek him a little bit. Put him out there like this.
legend.
All right. All right. The fellow in the middle. Okay, the guy in the middle. I guess he can be in the back of the other two, so we'll kind of
Obviously, this is during that time where business was filled with legitimate shooters.
a little higher up there, and then we'll bring him down there like that,
Any of his matches at all work.
and we'll kind of
Oh, I'm sure they would.
pop him in like this.
Any match he had for the world championship or any top level guy in the United States had to be a winner.
This pedal is in the back. Okay, much like that. And so you almost start to see the makings of this guy already. Once you do it enough, you get accustomed to it, you get used to it. All right. So if it looks a little crazy, a little somewhat confusing to you, you'll get accustomed to it. The more you do these, the more you'll be able to see it. Okay, much like mountains or anything else. Once you do enough of them, you'll start to see, where certain things happen, where they go. Okay, I'll just wave this one around like this and kind of curve it in like that. I'll do the same thing here. I'll just kind of wave it around like this, and it comes in like that. I should have enough of the gray to just fill those in. All right. And that dark area, you just keep working at it, fade it right into that dark, you lift up. Okay. Just like that. You have to keep some of that darkness in there, so it gives a sense of depth, like it's actually appearing out of nowhere. All right. All right. We'll block this stuff in here. Once we get into the highlighting and stuff, everything will make a little more sense to you. All right. So it's pretty much fairly loose, just having a little fun with it, All right. Not really any particular flower. It's just a little fantasy thing I'm just doing just to fill things up and, practice and play and just have a little fun with it. But that will be a white flower, believe it or not. All right. We can actually have two different versions of white flowers if I choose to. Okay. I might as well start to do something with this one. Let's take a little bit of blue. We'll go right into the gray. We'll keep that gray in there. We'll add some blue here. Obviously, blue, if you add a little, we'll put a little touch of red and a little touch of yellow in there, which is going to turn it orange, which is going to mix in with this blue. Okay. Pop some more blue in there. All right. Now, if you put white in with that, it's going to turn another kind of gray, believe it or not. So you get all sorts of versions of now, because it's got green in it, I can put the red to counteract that green. It's going to turn it another variation of gray, as you can see. Look. See this? All right. See? Now you got another version of gray. All right. Yes, you do. Okay. All right. Let's play here. We'll kind of establish the bowl right here. Once again, it's pretty much the same type of pattern as this guy, just a different direction. All right. It's tough for you to see it because of the glycerin and the light is hitting right there. So it might be tough for you guys to see this one for right now. All right. All right. Let's have this one kind of curve in like this. We'll have it curve in like this. Go right into that dark area there. Okay. Like that. That's one down. For a petal, this is some kind of weird shaped, odd shaped thing going on. Here, we can do the same thing. This, we'll curve it like that. Put one in the center, and then we'll curve the other way. Okay, just like that. A little different, just like that. Like I say, it's hard for you to see this guy. I'm going to take my palette knife and scrape some of this, bring it together a little bit so I can have a little bit of paint to play with here. All right, that should be good. We'll come on the other side, and we're gonna kind of go this way. Okay, and we're gonna come around like that, swim it around like that. Okay. All right. This pop him in there a little bit better, just like so. All right. We're gonna need some more of this. I can see that already. So back into some brown, back into some white. Stir it up in there. Get a little bit of red in there, and some green there. Okay. And get some more titanium white. Grade up a bit. And I wanted it more blue, so I'll add the blue in there. There. All right, we just about got the color back again. Mix color opposites, add white, you will get either a warm or a cool gray. And that's just primarily what you see me doing right now. Okay. All right, we'll kind of pop that one in there like that. A little higher, Then we're gonna go low again, and low again, and low again, like that. Okay. Okay, so you got one kind of playing in that direction. This one here might be a little covered, so we'll stop right about here, and we'll kind of pop him in there like that. All up in here. We're framing out this petal. Frame out the petal, and then brush all that love in there like that. I think we're good, just like that. So we got the middle one. Once again, it's difficult probably for you to see this area and see what's going on. All right, we got this guy out here. We'll just kind of give him a little. And we'll come up around here. We'll kind of frame that guy, and we'll kind of add some body to that little corner right in there. Okay. All right, so we got some very wild, woolly things happening there with these fellas. Okay, now we got this guy here down below. This guy right there. What are we gonna do with this character in here? We can kind of frame all of that in a little bit, and we'll play with this. So we frame that in, it's like that, right? Because this one's kind of dead on. All right, but we're going to take the rest of this gray here. I might just have 3 white flowers, who knows? And we'll okay, let me show you something. Let's do this. When you got a flower that's dead on, we'll put X marks the spot, all roads go to Rome. Oh, really, Fatima? I don't do too many lilies. I've done a few, but I don't do too many. Probably because maybe the way they're made or shaped is for me as an artist and doing florals, a lily is not really too much of a challenge for me, and it's the reason why I kind of stray away from them. But you know, if someone, you know, wanted one, I would more likely, you know, I would do it, you know. Okay, let's take some of this dark, and I'm gonna use my finger rather, and I'm gonna soften this, drag it out a little bit. See, there's a reason why I'm doing this too, and you'll see in a sec. Okay, so I'll fade some of that out. It doesn't matter if I fade the green out. Don't worry about that. It's all right. Let's say we'll start to kind of pop in some petals, just like that. All right. I'm gonna end up needing more gray, believe it or not. We'll pop in one right in here. Just like that, and we'll kind of come in. Stuff like that. Yeah, I'm gonna need some more gray. We're gonna end up mixing some more gray. I don't have enough. So let's dip back into the brown. Let's dip back into the white. It just reactivates what I have usually. A little pinch of red in there. We'll darken it up with a little bit of blue. Just like that. Darken that up. Quick mix of some gray. Where am I? Right here. Let's go like right here. We'll press and we just go in. Press, go in. Press, go in, and we'll shrink it. I'm overlapping a little bit each stroke of the petal also. We'll kind of put a curve in here with this one. Paint red out across the tape there. Just like that. All right. So he's essentially on top. Now I need my dark to come back. It's not really dark enough. So we'll go with the brown. We'll put it right here. Brown. What's left of the blue, we'll put the blue there. Okay. Now, umber got green in it. So we're adding blue. It just makes it a darker, kind of a funky looking blue. We'll counteract that with a little bit of red. Just a little bit. Mix it well. And it gives you that almost ambiguous dark. Again, I'm not looking for a specific color of dark, just something contrast. All right. So we'll bring this back. Bring that darkness back, and we'll kind of. Okay. And we'll do the same thing here. We'll bring some of that dark back. That's all I'm doing is bringing that dark back. Okay. And when you see me add the other colors, this will make sense to you. And it's just this is how you build up your flower. If you choose to paint flowers like this or not. All right. Really up to you. Oh, I like, we'll make that disappear. We'll add the start of some petal things going right in here. Just like that. All right. Those little bits you see, there's a reason for that. All right. Everything's still done with a long, bristled half-inch brush. Okay. I used to do paintings like this a few years back. I would do some kind of crazy background and then put flowers on it or whatever. Last time I've also done a background like this. I put a landscape back there also. All sorts of freaky little things I've done. Okay. So as I'm looking at this, I'm checking things out. At this point, I would usually add the leaves going through. I'll leave the leaves alone. They're kind of the quickest thing to do, whatnot. So we'll just play with, we'll make, I might just make them all white flowers. Why not? Nothing wrong with that. All right, let's take the same color. Let's go into titanium white. We'll mix a little green in with it. It's okay. Just like this. We'll start to shape these flowers up a little bit. Add a little red. We'll redden that up a little bit. and then we'll brighten it up with a little bit of white. Okay. All right. We'll use this. A small touch of glycerin. I'm trying to figure out which flower I want to do first, and I'll probably end up doing this one first. Okay. So let's turn this up this way. I wonder if you guys can see it if I turn the light off. Sorry for my forearm. Let me know. Now, obviously you can see that. You should be able to see it. Let me see. There's a little bit of a delay. If that's too dark, let me know. Maybe if I take the you'll see less of me, but maybe you don't need to see me. Maybe you need to see more of the flower. So let me do a little bit of an adjustment here. Let's put it on camera 4. All right. You guys can still see me or hear me. You won't see me. We'll put it here and we'll slide the camera past the box there, like that. Okay. All right. Now, if that's cool, then we'll continue from there. Let me know in the comments there. Okay. Let's start with the outside guys right around in here. Let's start with these. I'm just gonna press, pull, and release. So I'll just press, pull, and release. Overlap, press, pull, release. Press, pull, release. I'm gonna just press just like that, and I'll curve her around like this. All right. All right. And we're gonna keep this moving. We're gonna keep it moving. Right here, it's got that little curve to it, and let it go. Actually, it's the edge, so we'll let them go like that. Let it go. Press, press, and we're gonna curve it around, almost like a little S shape. All right. Okay. Well, this one here we'll do a curve this way, and then go. Come off there. Curve it around. Okay. We'll curve him in a little bit better. Just like so. All right. Doesn't look like a white flower. I know. Give it time. Give it time. All right. Get some more of this. A little touch of reddish in it. All right. We'll pop a little bit of white in there. All right. All right. A little touch of glycerin here. We'll loosen that paint up just a tad. This is a nice warm gray, that red in there. All right. Oh, let's go right here. We'll do this. Well, how do I want to do this? Let's do this. We'll do the stronger part right here. Come on around. Okay. Maybe a little bright here, and then it disappears in there. All right. Just like that. All right. And we'll curve him around there. All right. All right. Let's do the bowl. When you do these two, which look like a pair of lips or whatever, the vantage point changes. The vantage points are right around here. All right. And so I will take it and I'll go aim right towards that dot. I'm overlapping as I'm doing it.
I think it's Musol.
And just like so. Alright. Just like that. It's your choice which one you want to have on the outside or the inside.
What year was that offer made?
Each one has their own vantage point. Okay. Just like that. And you leave it be. Remember, you're going to do stuff in the highlights. Alright. So you're establishing this in layers. So obviously I'm doing layer number 2. Okay. Alright. Right in here, give it like curve and curve them in. And you come here and go a little further in. Boom. I'm doing a good press. Make it disappear into that dark there. The striations really help. Alright. Right in there. Pop it right in there. Okay. Like I say, this one here is a little dark. I understand. You know, it might be a little difficult for you guys to see it. We'll put this one like in front, so we'll give them a harder edge there, and we'll feather that in there. All right, like so. Okay. This guy in the middle, I'm gonna use the same color, but I'm gonna play around with that. Let the background just do its background thing. We're gonna come in here. Come on in like that. I'm overlapping a little bit, but I'm not really emphasizing any strong. It's not gonna be too much detail in this. This is in the back of everything. Just like so. There was a time when I seen the guys the people who taught me how to do this. I seen them do this stuff, and I'm like, I'll never do it. I'll never get it. But never say never. Okay. Okay, that one's done. Let's go down to this fella down here. So let's move the camera back here. Let's go downward. Right about here's good. All right. Okay. Oh, you like that, did you, Fatima? You're not going to hear it again. You only get one. Okay, we have this weird kind of, it's turned into a pinky gray here. This one. All right. Let's take white. Let's take a little bit of green. We'll take a little bit of red. It's color opposite. Okay. And maybe we'll have that one a little bit on the bluer side. Because gray is a very, it's a obviously neutral kind of color. There we go. We got this kind of cooler gray. See? Warmer gray, cooler gray. Got me? All right. I don't know if I have enough of this. Something tells me I don't. Get a little bit of glycerin. We'll loosen this paint up a little. Now I can actually take this dark stuff and put it in there, so I can kind of compensate for that. All right, here we go. Let's do the outside petals first, just because. Come on here. And actually, as I'm looking at it, I think I can do with it being maybe a little more on the blue side, and to which I don't have. So hold on one second. Let's get some more of this cobalt blue. I'm not I can use it, I can utilize it, but it's not really my hands-on favorite for blue. I kind of like the deep dark stuff, the Prussian and the Thalos. But once again, each one has their own purpose. Okay, they do. Each one has their own thing. Okay, I just want it a little cooler. Okay, so I'll just, yeah, I like that one. I like that a little bit better. That, I like that. That one I like a little bit better. I can use that. I can play with this. Come over here, we do the same thing. My thing is not to really cover entirely all of that previous color, and I won't. I won't.
The public. I'd say within a few weeks after the ink was dry on that contract, Vince would pop up.
And I'm just adding layers of paint to this. It doesn't look like much right now, but bear with me. All right. Okay. All right. Let's add a little bit of this dark stuff. Pop it in there, and then we're gonna add some titanium white. Just like that. Okay. All right. So I just need a different layer of gray. We'll start fleshing out. The petals here are closed. It's a closed flower, so going in a different way. All right. Okay. Now remember these little bits here, right? So let's form it this way. I'll go right here to the center and just come down straight like that. Okay. Then I'm gonna just kind of curve in. Okay, like that. And then we're gonna come around. It's like you're having a meet. Okay. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Okay. All right. We're gonna do the same thing here. Come straight down, and then we're just gonna kind of curve inward. Take this one, curve it inward. Like that. So hopefully you guys can see how this is starting to form here. Do the same thing here. Have it go straight down. And you kind of curve. I'm gonna come here. Even though I got a petal overlapping, it's all right. You can change the overlapping to whatever you feel. These guys are closed, going in a different direction. Okay. All right, this one here is kind of underneath the other one. It's all right. We'll go center here, and then we'll just kind of cut across, just like that. And we come here in other direction, cut across. Here, the striations, the stroke marks actually help for you. All right, but you see what it's starting to look like. When you get a collection of them together, they form a pattern. And that's what you're looking at right now. Okay, so we got this little crook here, this little V right here. You take advantage of that. Whatever one you want to be above, that's the one you use and you curve. Like that. And you come on the other side and you do a little bit of something there if you would like. Alright. And then you got this guy right here. Just like that. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, that's not good. I didn't like that. Let's move him back over there to block that. All right. All right. Okay, Sonia, I don't even know what or when I said stuff, but apparently that makes your weekend. I don't even know when I said it. All right, we're gonna go with straight titanium white. I'm thinking if I should just use the paint itself or just add a little glycerin to it. I'm gonna add a little glycerin to it, just a little bit, just a touch. This is just pure titanium white. Because we'll have 3 white flowers here, why not? I'm going to take this brush, I'm going to give a little push on the petal and then go straight out. Push. Alright, and you're going to give that little, still maintain that curve. Watch. Curve inward. Give a little curve inward. Curve inward. And we're gonna
Bobby Rich.
That is correct and correct.
All right. Sometimes all you need is just that push. You see how you just automatically just got to pedal like so. Whatever pedal you want on top, you initially would paint it last. Anyone that you want covered first, or it's going to be covered, that's the one you would do first. Like for instance, for this one here, we'll start this one. We'll do this one here. Okay. Get some more white. We'll give it a little peak there and pop him in there. Peak on this side and curve him. Peak, curve in. Peak, curve, peak. All right. You don't necessarily have to peak the other half because it's going to be covered by the other flower. And you'll see in 1 second. I've already got glycerin on this part of the easel, so I don't have to mess with it. Right here, you're gonna get a peak, come down, give it a nice little push. You're gonna come and curve, push. Now you see where that nice line of paint benefits you, just like so. You're gonna come on the other side. You're not gonna add it. Well, you're not gonna really add any because it's being covered by the other pedal. Okay. This is how you get things to kind of overlap each other. Got me? Now this is a flower that's like you're looking straight on top of it there. All right. All right. Let's go over here. Let's add a push and come down. Push. Come down. Push. Okay. Here. Here. Okay. Like we're doing it. All right. All right. Now, if you're new to this, okay. Let's give it a push here. And just like so. All right. Okay. So we've got this guy. All right. Partially shaded, it's highlighted more at the top and all of that. All right. Yeah, you know, all good. If you want here, you can kind of add all right, stuff like that, just some stuff in the inside, and that's about it really, because people are pretty much paying attention to your your bowl and your outside perimeter things. All right, okay, more titanium white and more glycerin, a little bit of glycerin. Glycerin will make your paint a wee bit transparent. Be mindful of that also. All right. We'll start from over here. We'll just come out here and we'll add a little push, and you're gonna push, press, and release. All right, like that. If you really don't want the striations, you paint over them. Okay, like so. All right, we're gonna come here. Give it a nice little push and put it on in there. Push, put it on in. The reason why I'm pushing as hard is because I want this nice strong rim of paint on that edge. It brings this flower out front more. You don't necessarily have to do this. Now, as you can see, also I'm making it a little bit brighter towards the middle. I'm just, pushing, guiding it in. Now, as I go back down on the flower, I won't do it as much. It'll be a little lighter.
Presidents may have fit that category, but possibly not. But I don't think Abraham Lincoln had a cauliflower here. Which wrestler held the NWA World Heavyweight?
And if you don't want some striations, just kind of softly stroke them out.
Well, now this game was done in 1987.
All right.
So at that point, it was
still represented as a white flower, not pure white as the driven snow white, but still a white flower. Some might even think it's a weird shade of gray, if you will. Okay. All right. Right here, and boom, right here. Curve it in, like so. All right. All right. Come out here. Time for some more white paint and a little more glycerin. Most of the glycerin helps it to move around. It's kind of a trade-off because the more glycerin you use, the more opaque it becomes, or transparent it becomes. So be careful. Okay. We'll add one up here. We'll add another kind of a petal thing going on there with this. Alright. So with all the striations going on with it and the shapes that I'm putting in it, it gives this guy a little bit of movement here. Now on this one, I'm not going to add the one because most of it's outside of the it's like that. All right, just like so. All right, and we got one done, one down. All right, on to the next. So let's go to Pinky over here, Pinky in the brain. All right. Like that. All right. Hello, Jackie. How are you? Good to see you. Sure would be nice if you guys hit that thumbs up button. It does help a brother out. YouTube is funny that way, you know. Okay. I'm thinking of something here. Nah, I'm gonna stick with white for all of them. Even though each one will be highlighted in titanium white, each one will be quote unquote colored differently because of the type of gray. You got a cool gray, you got a warm gray, then you got another cool gray. All right, definitely a warm gray here. All right, okay. All right, let's paint this one first. Let's do this one first. We'll get the pillow strong like that, and we'll come around. So, and then we're overlapping a little bit. I want it a little stronger here. Give it another peek there. One right at the end. Then we'll turn it around. Just like that. Smooth out those striations a little bit. It depends on how much of this you want. Alright, just like that. I think you guys can see that well. Sure you can. Just getting a little more white. Alright. I'm pulling the brush toward me. Let's get a little rim of color here. Come in like that. Out here, and we're gonna do it again. Out here and out here. We're gonna come around here, just like that. Alright. Still a white flower, but you see all those colors and things mixed in there on top of that layer of white. The white is a little bit transparent, the titanium white, because of the glycerin. Okay. You'll get to this stage the more you play with it. Alright. Let's just kind of curve him a little bit.
Anderson drove Dusty Rhodes around. Do you think he would have put the belt on him?
No, I have a feeling he wouldn't have wanted it either. He just wanted the referee.
Let's get a little more glycerin because I see some of the paint starting to break. So it's all right for it to break in a few spots, but you just don't want to make a habit of that.
Nothing. Because it's a handicap match doesn't involve anyone being really handicapped.
We have to sign a waiver of indemnity.
I'll keep brushing it just to smooth out some things here.
Final question here.
And then I'll come back and strengthen that part. All right.
In 1942,
Okay. I'm gonna need some more white paint soon, but it's all right. Let's get some more glycerin here. We'll tap it in there. Pull the brush towards myself. Well, actually, let's do this one. No, we'll say that later. Let's do this first. Give it a little push. Come on in. Push. Go on in. Push.
How about this?
Push. 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 Turn it around. Just like that. Alright. If you don't want the striations in the middle, fill them in. Fill them in. It's alright. Fill them in and get rid of them. We don't want them. Alright. Up to you.
Patreon.com/Cornet for $5 a month to get access to the archive. Effective beginning in 2013. Drive-through Emmy experience. Patreon.com/Cornet. You can follow Jim on Twitter at @JimCornet.
Alright, just like that. The looser you paint this stuff, the better they seem to be. When you start florals, you're pretty much slow as dirt, and that's natural, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right, let's come here and oh, we need some white paint. Hold on, I ran out. I am painting on a stay wet palette. I'll talk with the brush out of my mouth. Hold on. What you're looking at here is a stay wet palette. There's a sponge underneath that. Okay. This time I am dipping the brush into the glycerin to spread this paint out. Titanium white is extremely opaque. All right. There we go. I'm gonna come out here, I'm gonna curve it, bring it right in there, like that.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome
And then,
Jim Cornet Experience almost beat Great Brian last Memorial episode, but he's still hanging on by his fingernails, so we're just gonna cover the week in bad wrestling, have some viewer mail.
I don't want a really sharp edge, so we'll fade some of that. All right. Much like that. Now, I know you don't see a lot of this as of right now because of the light. Well, not really the light. It's probably the glycerin. No, it's the light up above here. There. How about that? We'll take some of that glare out of there. All right. So you guys should be able to see it even better now. Okay. All right. We'll deal with this guy. We'll come out this way now. With this fellow,
And you said you were going to do this ahead of time. We dangled some teases. We didn't come out and tell the people.
I don't want it to be
Out there in the
there.
California,
See, I'm bringing some of that color, underneath color, out.
almost having a mental breakdown and potentially going to jail and or suing and
There.
hurting people along the way. And you have
Like so.
You're
All right.
family of 6.
Because it's pretty much being overshadowed by this guy and this guy, so it doesn't really have to be all out there. Especially if this guy in the back here, this lonely guy right back here, we'll fill it in.
And a general sense of chaos
but we'll bring some of that color back, like so.
State over the past week. Yes.
And what I'm doing is I'm going still with the flow of the flower in the direction, which those streak marks you see, it actually helps with that. All right. And I'm keeping at it. And it's these characteristic little streak marks, these motion marks, that helps you guide your eye with the flower. Okay. If I want to fade some things in, if it's too like blatant or whatever, you can kind of lightly push them in there. That's my bad. I shouldn't have did that. All right. I can bring back that dark and shape that up. Don't worry. When you find yourself in the position of this right here, then the lost and found method comes into play. I'll take some of this dark stuff here. I should have enough. All you need is a little bit. And we'll just kind of come in here. I don't have enough, of course not. Let's go back to our brown. Brown and blue. We'll make some more. It's getting there. All right, we'll bring it back. We'll make it dark again, right up in here. Okay, and we'll be careful. Bring some of that back like that. Always have that curve. We'll get that little separation in there with this guy. Okay, so you be able to get that and bring it right back. All right, no fuss, no muss. Okay, all right. Okay, this guy. Now I think I can turn the light back on. Yeah, I don't think it interfere too much. So we'll pop the light back on. All right. And let's bring this back to my face, even though I don't have the camera on. Actually, I can turn this off. I won't need it. And it can be moved out of my way. Okay. This one here, we're going to obviously use a lot of titanium white for it. Pull the brush towards me. You need a flat brush, a 1/2 inch flat, if all possible, that maintains an extremely sharp edge. All right. Okay. Let's start with this one. I gotta angle my head so I can actually see where the heck I'm at. Give a push, that rim of color, and go that way. Push a rim of color and go that way. Push going outward, we're gonna go this way. Push, go outward again. Push. Pushing, we're getting a little weak with that line there. There we go, hello. We're gonna curve it around. Curve around there. Curve that petal right in there. Let me know if you guys can still see this. I can't tell.
Now wait a minute. So in other words, it wasn't that the dingo ate your baby. It was that the coyote.
Yeah, I like that. Let's get rid of some of those. Smooth those out a little bit. Yeah, we're good there. I like that. All right, off to the next one. All right, let's go here. Give a nice little rim of color. Turn, curve it like that, and then just like that.
shut it off. And they said, well, we accidentally put it in the day early. I said, okay, can you put it back on? No, we can't put it back on because the next people who purchase your house already have a ticket in for their service. So I had a day without her, which I didn't expect, which caused me to.
Which is like a day without sunshine.
All right.
I almost feel bad.
Come over here.
And then you
We're gonna do it again.
in your poor white
It's like bringing it full circle.
New Jersey.
Full circle. All right.
Snow and ice. It was an ice storm.
Snow and ice.
Oh, where you looking?
Almost like a little butterfly. Put it in
We're
there.
here. This is fantastic. And now we're gonna have a break.
Just like that.
Now that you're in the new last manor, watch out for the Huns. They'll be over the hill any time now. You're gonna have to fight them off. Man the turrets. Put the kids up on the mountain
Okay.
with hot oil.
All right. Oh, what fun. Let's get some more white paint. I want you to look at something as I'm doing this,
And obviously,
because I'm just using nothing but titanium white. All right. But look at the color different. Well, you're not gonna see with that. Let's move this.
you got a lot of people out
All right.
son.
But check out the color differences. Okay, especially when I bring them all together. All right. All right. Let's give a little push and curve. Push, curve, push, curve straight down. Push, push. It gets curved around. Curve and boom, just like that. All right, let's do the next one here. Come out here, come out here, straight down. They curve, curve. Let's have this one kind of curve this way, like that, and we'll kind of swoop it in there like that. Okay, like that. All right, alrighty. All right, a little more white paint. Why is it that when I go live, people barely say anything? No questions, nobody talks, nobody, nothing. Maybe, you know. It's getting a little stiff in the paint there, so I gotta use a little bit of glycerin and smooth that out a little. A little more glycerin there. Pure white, very, very opaque. Then I'll come here and I'll just kind of thin that around, curve it around like that. And we're gonna come around just like that. Alright. So that's one petal down. Let's get some more white paint. I'm deliberately using this white paint like I'm using, almost overusing it, but I'm doing it on purpose to show you something. I'm gonna put another petal in here. I'm gonna have it curve like this in front of another one like that, and just bring that one down a little more. Then I'll continue back up here. So I'll put another petal in there just willy-nilly, just because. Get some more white paint. Pull it towards me.
It's an interesting question because I think mushrooms would make NXT more enjoyable, but I don't think it would help with AEW. Now, acid and mushroom, a lot of people confuse the two and think like, oh, they're so similar. No, they're very different. It's a very different experience.
Well, thank you, Dr. Larry.
I think acid may be better for AEW and mushrooms. Actually, mushrooms and NXT sounds like a good mixture. You see that girl with the pajama pants?
All right. Okay. Whew. We're almost there. We're almost done.
German U-boat commanders. Before we get into all that, I do need to bring up, before we go any further,
Let's go right here.
that this coming week, Friday, January 28th, is the close of the trading card auction over at
Just like that.
Heritage Auctions. The 1982 Wrestling All-Stars trading card set featuring my photography from the vault, from my collection, uncirculated, never before sold before. Got it straight from good old Norm Keizer himself back in 1982.
Make sure my head is out of the way so you guys can see what I'm doing here.
It includes the Hulk Hogan rookie card, which rated the 7, and the Andre card, and so many other
Pure titanium white,
Bob Winkles and the races of the world, and et cetera.
opaque.
That auction comes to a close on Friday, January 28th. If you go to JimCornette.com, there's a banner about the trading cards on the front page of my website. You can click on that, and it will take you straight.
Let's get some more white. Maybe I might want to pedal in front of that pedal. I'm deciding as I'm talking to you guys. Why not? Let's have him come out here like this
And as I said, the bidding has been
and bring him downward. It's like that, curving in. So we got another pedal in front of another pedal in front of another pedal. I do these changes just about almost immediately. It all depends on how I'm feeling and what I want to see. All right. Okay. I'm gonna pull this this whole thing back and show you guys. I use straight titanium white, but it's actually your background that's, well, the titanium white also has glycerin in it, so you still see a little bit of the background. So let's pull back and I'll show you. Let's straighten out a little bit better there, like that, and we'll pull back. Let's see if I raise it up a little bit. Yep, you guys can see the whole thing. All right. There. All right. You see some spots that are still wet. Forgive that. But nothing. Believe it or not, it's still straight titanium white. But depending on what flavor of gray we got gray with blue in it, gray with red in it, and then this normal, just muted out gray. All right, so what appears to be a white flower would be this, even though they're all pretty much white, but it's the different grays in the back of them that gives them their weird kind of appearance, this strange presence there. All right, let me do this real fast. Let's throw in some stamens of sort. I'll use red. Red kind of is an appealing color for the stamens. So we'll get some red, we'll just kind of tap it in there like this. And we'll just kind of, well, we'll kind of open it up here at the top like this. Alright, something like that. And we'll kind of make 10 little things squeak in there. Pop them in. Have some come over the, whatchamacallits there. Something like that. That's fine. I don't want to overdo it with this. We'll pop a few in here too. Maybe not as tall. Come down here. Come down towards the... I don't want to make them too bright, you know. Something like that. I mean, you can see them, but I don't want them to be like glow in the dark or anything. You know, it won't be necessary for that. I can put them in this one down at the bottom, maybe tease one dead in the center like that and call it a night. All right, it's closed. You're not gonna see too much out of that. I don't want to add white or turn them pink or anything like that. I think the red is fine. Okay. Hey Maria, welcome to the Thunderdome. Okay, let's we'll use this half inch. This is a shorter. I'll put it here where it's dark at, right here. You can see that. All right, it's a shorter brush. All right. Okay. let's put some regular leaves in here. We'll go in with a little bit of green. We'll put it here where the gray is, where you guys can see it. All right. A little bit of blue in with that gray. We'll mix it in together. A very slight touch of glycerin in there, and we'll pop these leaves in. All right. Okay. Here, we'll come in here. We'll just kind of pop it in here real quick, just like this. Let me see if you guys can see it on the bottom. You guys should see this on the bottom. I can't really see it. My view is a little bit obscured by my radio, but I'm hoping that you guys can see this. Let me know. If you can't, I'll adjust it. Something like that. Then we'll kind of pop this leaf in here like this. But let me know. Let me know, please. Okay. I'm just filling them in right now. The highlights and all that fun stuff will come in a few minutes. A little more green, a little more blue. Mix them in there. All right. Let's create a rough looking. See how you do the lost and found thing, and then we'll just kind of put it right here like this. All right. And then I'll slowly pop them leaves in there like this.
Activities, and here's another one. And if it's you in them,
Well, there you go. Oh, speaking of character, let's do some talking to the some shout outs. Hold on. Okay, I'm still emails. We've been doing this for the past few weeks on the program, but I was so far behind. But
Why not? I don't want to. Maybe I'll just do a small one.
Oh gosh, I don't know how to pronounce this first name, but I hope it's Tomasa.
I'll put it in like this, and then we'll come over in here like this.
53 and lives in Middlesboro, Kentucky, down in Bell County. But anyway,
And then we'll kind of cover him in like that. So you got a little leaf thing going this way, right above the other plant. Why not? All right. Don't be afraid to put leaves right on top of flowers. Okay, it's all right. You know, you're not gonna, it's not gonna melt or anything. You'll be all right. Put one right in here too. Put it right in front, just like that. Come out here like this. All right. Believe it or not, even though they're fantasy flowers, look a little more natural. You got leaves, because leaves don't say, "Excuse me, I don't want to be in front of your beautiful petal. I'll just kind of blossom over here." They don't do that. They go wherever wherever the sun hits them and aims. That's where they're going to be. Okay. Put something like that. All right.
There's no Q's in Tomasa, so it's close. Nice little slurp of
There we go.
I'm on the 2 liters.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, this is from now it's straight up now. This is Josh. And Josh
Maybe I'll
was
put
at
one right here.
the absolute
A
shit.
little fella right in there.
64-year-old mother in a nursing home because she has vascular dementia. It was a long and brutal process that broke me mentally, emotionally, and
Something like that.
so bad that I had to get a lawyer involved. And long story short, I was able to get my mother the help.
And one more right in here. We'll do another lost and found thing. We'll make this petal a little ragged like that. And we'll have it curve in. And then we'll just kind of pop one in there like this. And we'll just kind of go this way with it. Okay. And we'll go like this.
Oxford, Mississippi, not so
Cover some of that. Put a nice little point there like that. I think we got room for one more. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. We got room for one more right here. Think odd numbers, guys. Odd numbers.
wanted to thank you for your podcast. The one bright spot in my
You see how we can create a ragged looking leaf without trying so hard? We'll come over here. We'll make it wider this way. And then we'll curve it around it, right around in here, somewhere like that. And do one of these numbers. Like that.
also destroyed the whole town.
All right. Now you got a little bit of balance now with your white primarily on that side, but you got your offset greens with the blue, but it balances it and it brings all of this stuff aiming toward that way, considering all the leaves are just about aiming towards that way. All right. Okay. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's get a little bit. I got green in my brush. We're going to use a little bit of white. We're going to put it right around in here, like this. All right. And we'll get a little bit of yellow. We'll pop the yellow in there. We'll just kind of put it all together like this. All right. Okay. And we'll take it, mash all that gross paint off the brush. Pull the brush toward me. All right. All right. The lit side. We'll have a while. Oh, we'll go from right here.
Because Bobby was solely responsible for making me a wrestling fan. When I was 5 years old, I lived in an apartment on O'Shaughnessy Avenue in Huntsville,
Something like that.
Alabama. There was a man who would come home
All
and sit
right.
on the steps
Come
with
here.
me.
We do the same thing. Right about here.
I had no idea what he was talking about, but he made it so interesting, and he was a very nice person. So a few years later, I was watching wrestling on TV, and my mother walked by and asked me if I knew who that was. I said, sure, that's the Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express. She said, yes, but do you know who that is? Beautiful Bobby. She said, that was our neighbor when we lived in Huntsville. He was the one who spent all that time with you and sparked your interest in wrestling. So, Chris says, I just wanted you to know from someone else how great a person he was.
Okay. Down here on the bottom, right here.
Still make time for a 5-year-old when he came home when he couldn't be wrestling. So Bobby out making 5-year-olds wrestling, and he was visiting his mother, Dorothy. He would always, whenever he was in Huntsville, even when he, went on the road. So I don't know what time period this was exactly. He could have still been living there. It could have been when he first started. But
You surprised by a story like that, or not surprised?
well, no, not surprised at all. It was just cool that the actual person is still around and knows what we're doing all these years later to, email us and tell us about it. But, and also,
All right.
this was a 2-page email.
Okay. Let's. That's like that. This guy here, debatable. Maybe here. I really don't need to put it in there. All right. There's a few spots where I don't have to add the highlights because you really wouldn't see them too much because they're kind of covered with all sorts of petals. So I don't need to do that. I'm just cleaning off this 1/2 inch extremely well. Let's go to the script liner. Get some water. We'll come here like this. We'll get a little touch of white if I can get some on this brush. Make it pretty bright. All right, we'll add add some of those. We'll start it right here, like that. All right. Let's get some more. Just twirl the brush around, and you gotta add the sound effects or it doesn't work. Come on here like that. A little more watery. All right. some little veiny things in here real fast.
They're gone. Well, now what you can do, folks, is you can get a world-class artist to make a painting.
All right. Get some more water. Pop it in there. Anything with white mixed in it is really opaque. All right, so be mindful of that.
Brian, of course, you know this. Making memories, if they're old memories or new memories. You know, a lot of people are going out and about in the world these days now, even though there's still a pandemic. They're trying to make new memories. Hopefully it won't be branding on a fucking ventilator.
And we'll pop a few in here like this.
That you want to dress up. The people that made your life can do it. They can take any photograph. Whether it's
All right.
a person in your family or a friend or an ex-loved one or a cherished pet or a vacation spot or a beautiful sunrise or anything like that. Stuff that'll
You don't have to make them even. Don't try so hard to make them even, because you're not gonna really do it. And then you're gonna get frustrated, and you're gonna call the artist prevention hotline. We don't want you to do that.
So you can have people from different generations in the same place. I mean, you can have all kinds of varieties of dogs playing poker, even breeds that wouldn't really get along if they were there posing for the painting, right in person. You know, the Dalmatian might be Shih Tzu, but anyway.
Okay.
Your life's team of world-class artists and work with them until every detail is perfect. They've got a user-friendly platform. You get right up on that platform and people are friendly to you. They say, hey, how are you? Can we get you a drink, cold water, anything?
Still checking it out. I'm looking. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think I'll sign my name here on the corner like I usually do. We'll take the tape off. We'll see what it looks like here.
It's meaningful, Brian. It's personal. It can be cherished forever. It can be put on a wall, and
Well,
if you move, you don't have to leave it in the house.
it's already June. You believe this?
That's another feature that these paintings from Picture Life.
I tell you, time waits for no man. It's already June.
Right now, at PaintYourLife.com, there's no risk if you don't love the vinyl.
And you guys know the deal. Post it on Facebook. Post it on Instagram. Let's make this disappear. We don't need that. Let's put the lid back on this guy. And while I'm at it, let's dump the water. I got a bucket with a grate in it, and that's right, dump all the water. I got a 2-liter pitcher down below here, so I can just restock the water, to which I'm going to do right now. One of these days I'm going to reach for this pitcher and my whole chair is going to tip forward, and I'm going to be online live while it happens. I bet I'll get a response after that, because I'm about 4 feet off the ground in this chair. So, you know, you guys all know if I ate a big dinner or not. If I bend over and the whole chair goes. All right. Oh, you're liking the sound effects. I'm telling you right now, it's truthful. This is weird for me because I usually don't use the full inch for the 1-inch tape. And I did not tape the back end of this, so I might want to be a little careful, a little mindful. I've used glycerin, I've used, I used ink, I've used paint. All right, I used rubbing alcohol on this. Well, I knew that was going to happen. This tape and the border you see down here, the tape and Glycerin, they're not the best of friends. They never have been. Glycerin seeps right through it. It's funny because on masking tape, or Scotch tape, it doesn't do this at all. So not like any of this matters, because if it gets framed, you'll never see none of this anyway. So, yeah, you know, it is what it is. I just wipe it away. Like I say, not like it's gonna matter, because when it's framed, it gets covered up. Even escaped up there, but it's okay. But all right, that's what it looks like. I know you guys can't really see it that well on the right hand side because of the way the light is. All right, but there, now you see it. But this is also metallic. All right, the gold metallic is there, but not as grand. Okay, but you can see it. All right. But not like that silver. That silver's awesome. The silver's showing through there. Alright. But this is what she looks like. Alright. Alright. Technically, they're all white. You guys cannot see it that well. Maybe if I put it over here. Yeah. I just sit back. Alright. So, technically all white flowers. What makes the color shift is actually the gray, warm gray, cool gray. Well, this is more neutral. Cool gray, warm gray, that's neutral there. Okay, so very neutral gray, warm, cool gray. All right, with blue in it, with red, and that's just a neutral gray, just flat neutral. But it accepts many colors. All right, we have red and stuff in this one, blue and gray, blue and whatever in this one, even a little green in this one. Okay, and this one's just neutral, all on its own lonesome there. Okay, all right. Background's a little crazy looking. That metallic paint is definitely super metallic. Definitely can see it. All right, the gold failed, but I do like the white once it's done. All right, so all of that was cool. But then again, I haven't used those colors, and I must have bought them 2 years ago, but it's still there. They still work. Okay, but this is what she looks like. Obviously, you guys know the deal. I'll be taking a photo of this real soon. All right, I'll put it back over here in the center. I'm trying to think what else. I think that's really about it. It's fairly, well, it's a little bit, 8 o'clock. So if I started at 6, it's about 2 hours. I've been at this, well, pretty darn close to it. All right. This was supposed to be a painting I was gonna do for a paid Zoom class. Zoom didn't work, but I got it working now. So next Friday, I'll do the paid class again, and hopefully everything works for that. All right, I think that's really about it. I do appreciate you guys watching and stopping by to say hello. It's impromptu. I don't really tell anybody when I'm doing these things. That flashing thing you see right there, that's actually my 45-inch screen TV. All right. It's just got those motion lights in the back of the whole thing, but that's what you guys see pulsating back there. All right. So, thank you, Maria. Appreciate it. Yes. Once again, I will reiterate: you want your art to improve by leaps and bounds, you have to add the sound effects. You must add the sound effects. All right. I'm trying to think of anything else. Yes, that's my dinosaur bone over there. My Parasaurolophus. That's what that is. Yeah. If you guys see how many wild creatures I got in this room, just stand and watch. If you guys really think there's something seriously wrong with me. All right. Anything else? Anything else? I don't think so. If there are any other questions, I don't see anybody with any questions. So once this painting dries up a little bit, I'll varnish it. But right now, I think I still got enough daylight out there to where I can take a pretty decent picture of it outside. And plus, I gotta walk my barking potbelly pig. So, all right, guys, let me walk this dog, take a picture of this thing. You'll see it in a few minutes on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your weekend and be safe. I shall see you guys when I see you. And until then, peace.